You can do this with water, but I use Microset and Microsol. If you've never used decals before, let's have a go. In the Armageddon box, you get something like this. If you haven't got one of those, I've got one of these as well from my Blood Angels upgrade, and it tends to tell you, especially if you're new to it. Over here, it'll tell you, there's your chapter. So there, and it'll tell you then your battlefield role, whether it's kind of close fire support or Overwatch or whatever it might be. You might need to look that up, or if they're part of a company. What I'm going to tend to do, some of these you can Google. I always have to Google. I can never remember, but so I'll just do the basic stuff today. So I'm going to put on just my Blood Angels chapter icon. Here's my Blood Angel, not to be mistaken with my Blood Raven, but, gold trim, black trim, etc., etc. Just going to cut around it. Okay. And you don't have to cut super close. The person that called me out on it is absolutely right. The way they make them these days, you don't need to worry about it. It can be quite fiddly. So if you've got kind of bare paws, or you've got any issues with kind of mobility or anything like that, there is ways around it. I'm going to show you one of the ways I do it, because I've got the shaky hand syndrome. I'm really not very good with it. Literally sitting here with Microsol and set. Also, yeah, there you go. All right, Ollie. Yeah. So you probably will do it slightly differently to me. I'm a bit of a, I do it a bit of a weird way. But if you please give me your tips and tricks, right? Happy to have that. So I want to get it on here, on the shoulder pauldron, and I know some people will literally just be able to kind of whack the water on, stick it on, and slide it off. I can't. I've messed up so many times doing it. So what I tend to do is put the set on, but I need to get this kind of coming off first. So I will put this. I will put my decal on my egg face down like that, right? And I will tend to get that with some clean water on my egg there, and I will let that start to kind of soak in on the egg. I'm going to just leave that there for a bit, right? Now while I'm doing that, I'm going to stick that over to the side. It's just there. There he is, just sat there soaking. I'm going to get the set. So I'm going to use, it's set sol for me. A bit of a weird one. I'm going to put the set on where I want it to set. I'm going to give it a bit of a, so it'll let me move it around slightly. All right. And I'm just going to put this on there. Don't worry, I'm going to put some sol on in a minute. Some people say you have to varnish it. I used kind of glossy paint yesterday. So, right, now while that's there with the set on the shoulder, I'm just going to hopefully be able to push this down and put it away. There we go. And I should now be able to just place this onto the shoulder. So I'm just going to move that around. I can kind of, should be able to move it around. You can use the egg if you want to. You can kind of get it nice and kind of lined up. If not, if you're like, oh no, just get some water on there, and then you underneath it, you can kind of still move it around. Now, I am kind of happy with placement because I use the egg and it's about there. Right, so when it's there, I tend to push it down a bit more, make sure that it's kind of adhered to where I want it to. I then put a little bit more set over the top. Don't ask me why, I just kind of find that I get the best results from that. And then kind of just kind of put that there. The last thing I do is get a little bit of the sol, just to kind of make sure. Is that level? Is that? Yeah, we'll go with it. I'm just going to give that a rinse and just very lightly kind of put that over the top. Now, again, I'm sure I'll be told that I've done the incredibly wrong thing. Please feel free. But what I tend to do then is when it's in place, I'm just going to kind of do that and let that kind of, it'll slightly melt it on. When that's on, There we go. I know some people varnish it. I don't tend to, because what I'm going to use my stippling sponge over the top, and I'm going to kind of work that in, because at the minute it looks like it's too perfect. I've got kind of this kind of slightly beat up marine with this perfect kind of patch on it. So did that work for you, Ollie? Yeah. How do you use it? Because I think that for me, I always really struggle to get them on. I know some people, but the egg works really well for me. Just sat there, just kind of leaving it. Hot water if you really want to get it off there really quickly and really easily.